Hi, welcome back to Live, Laugh, Love with Jen. Have you ever felt like giving up on a goal or a dream that you set for yourself? Today I'm going to show you a format that I use that helps me when I am facing giving up on something or difficulties, and I wanted to share that with you. When I was a teacher, I actually used this in the classroom and had my kids do this when they were feeling like they were wanting to give up on something, or if they felt anxious about their grades or whatever. You can use it for fears or anxieties. You can use it for goals. You can use it for dreams, whatever you want to do. And I'm just going to kind of show you. This is the format that I use. And this is the most recent one that I did. But basically, all that you have to do is I always write down the date. And then here, I don't know if you can see this or not, I put dream, or you could put topic, or you could put goal. And then so basically for this one, my dream was to create a YouTube channel. Then under dream, I put my reason, or under the topic, I put my reason. What was my reason for wanting that goal, or for setting that goal, or that dream for myself? And in this case, it was to help others and to use my creative energy. So I can look at just that and know that creating a YouTube channel was something that came from inside me. It was not something that I don't have on here. My sister thought I should start a YouTube channel, or my friend started a YouTube channel and she had a lot of success. It's not something that I am doing for other people. It's something that I'm doing for myself. So normally, just looking at that part, I can tell if my goal is something that I want to keep doing, because if it comes from within inside, then that is my dream, or that is my goal. But if I'm doing it if I'm doing it for external purposes, then sometimes that's not my dream, or that's not my goal. And then I take and I write down my fears. So all the fears of, in this case, starting a YouTube channel. Like, what were my fears when I started? And just jotting those down, like some of them are like what other people might think. I see that those fears are external. So my reason is internal, but my fears are external. And a lot of times you will find that. And if you find that, you know that you're on the right track with your goal or your dream. That is something that you want. It's not something that somebody else wants for you. And then basically here, this is really hard to see. There you go. Basically here, I write challenges and truth. And I like to do it vertically, and I like to do it side by side. And basically the challenge side is that negative voice in your mind, the one that's always telling you the bad things. And this side, the truth side, is that smaller, quieter, positive voice that's cheering you on. So basically, in this particular one that I recently did, I was thinking about just quitting YouTube altogether. And if you have a YouTube channel, we go through those plateaus, and sometimes it's like, I don't want to do, it's not that you don't want to do it anymore. It's just that maybe you get frustrated. I try really hard not to look at my subscriber numbers, but when I go on to respond to comments or that kind of thing, it's just right there and you see it. And so it can be very frustrating if you had, say, 120 subscribers an hour ago, and then you respond to another comment and it's down to 118, and you're like, where did those 2 subscribers go? And it just kind of gets frustrating. So I was just kind of at that point. So I sat down and I wrote down what my dream was, what my reasoning behind it was, and what my fears were. And then it was just kind of like, it was on paper, and I could see it, and I could analyze it, and I could see that this was something that I wanted to do, and I wanted to do it for me. It was something that was inside of me. And then I basically took the negative talk, the negative self-talk, and I wrote it on this side as challenges. And then I took that positive self-talk and I wrote that on this side in a truth form. So for example, For example, for one of my challenges was dislikes. Like if somebody dislikes my video, they give it a thumbs down. And for the truth, I put dislikes are opinions and do not define me or my work. So basically, I'm taking my fear or what I'm afraid of, what's scaring me, that negative voice, and I'm turning it into a truth. And that just really helps to get it all out. I mean, you can make it as long as you want, but it helps to get all of your thoughts out and to organize them. And it helps you to quiet the negative voice. And when I did this, one of my things on here was recording and not posting. So many times I've recorded a video, I've gone back, I've watched it, and there's just been something I have not liked, and so I did not publish it. So Tuesday, after completing this on Tuesday, I actually published a video that I was not going to publish because I just was not comfortable with it. And it's kind of funny because after I published the video, I had someone unsubscribe, which was another one of my challenges, and I got a dislike, which was another one of my challenges. But for some reason, because I had written this down and I could look back and go, okay, I have accidentally unsubscribed to somebody's channel before because that button's just right there. That could have happened. Or if somebody unsubscribes, it's okay because they just don't like my channel or whatever. So it just helped me to face that. So you could use this. I'm trying to really focus in. But you could use this for anything. Maybe you want to maybe your goal is to lose 10 pounds. And you put your reasoning down, and maybe you see that your reasoning might be, my friend said I had gained weight. I am the biggest person in my group of friends. And just seeing that, maybe you should re-examine your goal and think, do I want to lose 10 pounds for myself, or do I want to lose 10 pounds for other people? So just that first part helps you to analyze. And when I write this, when I do this, I do it quickly without putting a lot. I mean, I think about it, but I do it in one sitting, and I can always go back and add to it if I need to. But I basically get it all out, and then I go back and I analyze it. So that's kind of when I go back and I look at what my reasoning is, and I look to see if it's coming from within or if it's coming from, if it's internal or if it's external. And then I look at my fears, and then I evaluate my fears, and I decide, is this goal or this dream, is it worth pursuing? Sometimes and for example, if you had down another thing, maybe you wanted to start exercising and your reasoning was to get healthier. Maybe you want to start walking a mile a day. One of those negative things could be, it's 95 degrees outside and I don't want to walk in 95-degree heat. But a truth of that could be, I could replace the walking with cardio, that I could pull up something on YouTube or something on my TV and get some cardio in. I could go to the gym and walk on the treadmill. So basically you take the negative thought, the negative thing that you fear, and you make a true statement about it. And when I use these for like something I'm afraid of, for example, if I were afraid of flying, which I'm not, and maybe I had a trip coming up and I had to get on a plane, I could put something about flying up here, and then I could go through all the possible scenarios, all those negative things that go through your mind, like, what if the plane crashes? What if my luggage gets lost? Just all of those things that might go through your mind. And then over here on the truth side, you might even do some research and find out, maybe you're flying from New York to Paris. You could research how many plane crashes have happened from New York to Paris. Statistically, how possible is that for you? So you're kind of working through your fears and you're getting it out on paper. And once you do that, there's negative voices for whatever reason. That negative self-talk tends to be replaced by this truthful self-talk. And when you start to, and it just helps you to prepare. It helps you to know, like, anything that could happen, or the things that you fear that could happen, and what the truth is. And I find this really effective. It worked for my kids, like if they were struggling in a certain subject. It helped them to figure out what their problem was. Like, for example, maybe somebody was not getting long division. So, they would write here, that they wanted to learn long division, the reason, that kind of thing. And then they would write down, like, what's going on with long division? Why can't I get it? What are the challenges? And what's the truth? So this works. This has always just been something that I've done. The last year I was a teacher in the fall, I actually completed one of these, and I found that as I was doing it, that my reasons were so external. Like, what would people think if I didn't quit? What would people think if I quit my job? What would I do? I've been a teacher for so long, and those kinds of things were behind my reason. When I looked back and I started analyzing it, and I thought, should I stay in the classroom? My answer was no, because I wasn't doing it for myself anymore. I was doing it because I thought other people expected me to do that. So anyway, I hope this helps, and feel free to use it. And if you do, let me know. Again, you can use it for goals. You can, if you have a big goal, you can use this to set mini goals. You can use it when you feel like giving up on your dreams. You can use it when you're afraid of something. So just let me know if you use it. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And if you are new, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you in my YouTube family. And please click that thumbs up button. And remember, take time to live, laugh, and love today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.